Okay, so I'm just going to quickly kind of recap what's happened and kind of catch you up on what happens before the key extract today. Okay, it is a shame that we're not reading the whole play. Obviously, if we're in school, we would be reading the whole play. I can't find a whole version online. I wanted to give you the opportunity to read it if you wanted to. So if anyone does find a version online, please share that with me. But you can also order copies quite cheaply from Amazon. So if you're enjoying it, it might be worth you doing that so you could read the whole thing. Okay, so when we left them last week, Rita had been learning how to write essays well, and she'd written one on Macbeth, um, and she'd also just left her husband, Denny. Um, and between that scene and today's scene, we've missed Act Two, Scene One. So what has happened in between those two places? Okay, so it's quite important that you know this because Rita's changed quite a lot in this time, and Frank's quite surprised by her in the scene that we study today. So Rita and Frank have had a summer apart since we last saw them. Rita has a new flatmate called Trish, who she calls Classy. Rita attended a summer school in London while Frank went to France. Rita has learned a lot about literature over the summer. She knows a lot more references. She can understand a lot more of what Frank's talking about, and he's quite surprised by that as well. He gives Rita French cigarettes that he's bought her as a gift, but she's quit smoking. That is meant to indicate something about class. There are more people in the working classes that smoke. Less education means less awareness of your health, that kind of thing. Um, Rita gives Frank a pen that's engraved saying that he's only to use it for poetry. So that kind of shows the journey there that he assumed she would want cigarettes, but she's actually bought a really nice engraved pen for him. And then they do discuss whether Frank is still drinking at work. And then at the start of Act Two, Scene Two, which is today's scene, Frank's looking over Rita's essays, and Rita is late for his session, which she has never been before. So I'm going to read that for you on this video on slide 7 and just start to explain the task after that a little bit.